It's springtime and my allergies are flaring. What's up, everybody? It's Lawrence again, and today it's a little bit different for me. I actually haven't done any of these types of videos, and this is a lot more of my personal opinion, personal style coming out. And if you guys want to comment, definitely do that. But this is definitely a little of a different video. It's not just reviewing a shoe, but I do want to show you guys what my spring rotation looks like. And here's a little panning view of all the different ones that I've been talking about. But I'll go through them almost one by one, but only give you like a 10-second snippet of exactly what I do with them. So let's start with the Alexander Wang Run Clean. This is basically it's basically a Balenciaga knockoff, except it's Boost and it's more comfortable, and it's, I think, like 15% of the price of a Balenciaga. This is probably more comfortable anyway. Love this because you can do so much with it. You can even wear these with shorts, depending on how crazy your style is. But this is one of my favorite pairs for the summer and springtime. Next is the Air Max Susan. It's my latest review of a shoe. I actually have basically been reinvigorated with the fact of the Air Max 1 being a really classic silhouette and something that's super easy to wear. The Air Max Susan really does it for me. It doesn't really match with anything, so it matches with everything. I'm probably going to end up wearing these with relatively muted outfits. Probably like a blue jean, or even potentially shorts, just depending on what the situation is. But because these are so kind of out there, I don't think you need to match them with anything, but you probably don't want to wear too much with them. Next, we have the illustrious Common Project. This is probably one of my most worn shoes anywhere. I travel with it a lot. This is the second year since I've had them, and since I have a pretty strong rotation from the shoes, it's probably not as worn down as a lot of other people at the 2-year mark. But the sole back here is kind of pretty much worn in terms of heel drag. I don't know how much longer I'm actually going to keep these, but awesome, obviously spring shoe, but I wear them almost all throughout the year. Next is the Air Max 270. While most people have probably dropped the Air Max 270 out of their rotation for the most part, this is still a really strong shoe in my personal rotation. I really like the black upper. I don't have any black uppers, to be honest, and so the contrast in blue and the photon blue over here is something that I think is really awesome. It's a breathable shoe, great for spring, and if you don't own a pair of 270s, I actually recommend these over most Air Maxes from a pure comfort perspective. This is the one that's going to offer the most all-day comfort, and probably one of the most versatile styles that you have, in lots of different both muted colors and crazy colors. Next, we have the Air Max 720, which is probably the big brother of the Air Max 270. This is done in the Aurora Borealis type colorway. This is actually a really hard shoe to wear. I think I get compliments about it all the time because it is a really striking shoe, and especially this colorway and how it kind of shimmers, as you can see, through the light. But overall, it's not that comfortable of a shoe, so I wear this out if I want to either feel taller, or if I just kind of want to have something that is easy to slip on, which this is. But it is a pretty heavy shoe considering how much air is in it. It's part of my rotation just because I do like the newness of it, but I wouldn't say that it's going to be heavy in my rotation. Next, we have the New Balance 997S, done in collaboration with Kith. This is one of my more favorite silhouettes coming out of the New Balance collaboration that Kith typically does on an annual basis. This colorway, even though it was not my favorite when initially released, and it's also not my favorite shoe when initially released, is this upper compared to the 997 regular upper is not as good. This has actually really grown on me over time, and so the colorway obviously makes it super simple to wear. The predominantly gray can fit basically anything, and the pops of color with purple and pink really make this a great spring as well as summer shoe. Breathability is not the best, but I really do enjoy the sneaker now, and the New Balance kind of end with 3M, really great. And next on the list is another Air Max. This is the Air Max 2 Lite. which is based on the Air Max 2. It's a lighter version of that. I extremely, extremely love this colorway. This is probably the shoe that I get the most compliments, and even though people haven't hyped this up. For your most typical person, like, this is a striking shoe. It's retro, but at the same time modern enough. I really, really like it. I wear this a lot with basically shorts and also muted outfits, but it is loud, and so because it's loud, I feel like anything that's loud, as long as you wear either a muted outfit or something that is relatively summery, you should be fine with this. I just hit myself with my own shoe. This is the next up is the Air Max 1 Anniversary Edition. The suede is a little dirty on it already, but this is, like I said, my love for Air Max 1s has reinvigorated itself over other silhouettes, and the Anniversary Edition has one of the best silhouettes out there, so very easy shoe to wear. The gals love this one. If you're single, it really stands out. It just kind of shows a little bit of pop of color with the aqua. The rest of the shoe is really classic. The silhouette is great, and so if you want a summer shoe, this will fit a lot more than a lot of other shoes that I've showed you. So even if you want to hop in on StockX and get a pair of the Reds or the Royals, I would go ahead and do that because it's a super easy shoe to wear, and it is retro, and it's definitely in right now. Next up is the Gyakuso collaboration for the Pegasus 35 Turbo. I wore these to shit. I actually really need to clean these because there's no shoe that should have been only 2 weeks old looking like this. But the Pegasus 35 Turbo, in my opinion, is the most comfortable shoe on the market. These Gyakusos come in at maybe not as comfortable as the mesh version because of really honestly the upper is a lot less flexible, but the rest of the sole with the Zoom X as well as the React are really, really great. And so I would definitely recommend the Gyakusos. The reason I have this as part of my rotation instead of the Pegasus 35 Turbo normally is I do feel like this has a much cooler upper in terms of how it looks, and the aesthetics obviously make it pretty important. So this is kind of like my beater shoe when I just want to put something on to have a little bit of style, but not necessarily just have something that looks just like a runner. Next up is the prototypical spring shoe. Obviously hard to get, but I need to probably wear these a little bit more. These are the Sean Wotherspoon's 97 ones. Upper is based on the 97. The lower is obviously based on the Air Max 1. Really cool shoe. I mean, I don't really need to explain why this is a great summer shoe. It screams swim trunks and beachy and whatever else. And the Air Max 1, like I said, is a great silhouette. Hit myself again. Next up is the OG Vapor Max. This is actually, now I just remembered, this is actually called the OG colorway. This was actually based on the four first Air Max 1s, which is obviously done in the red and the white with the University Red. This is done in a platinum colorway, but this release on the initial Air Max day, I believe 3 years ago, on March 26th, and this is actually a relatively limited colorway. It was not covered by many, but it's actually still my favorite color of all the ones that have released. And while most people probably don't wear the OG Vapor Max anymore, or version 1, I still see a lot of people wearing Vapor Maxes in 2 and 3, and this is an ultimately breathable, futuristic looking shoe. I wear it a lot with actually shorts and joggers, and I think it's a great silhouette, and I still have this as well as my Nike ID pair that I made also on Air Max Day 3 years ago. Next up is the ZX4000 by Adidas with that 3D print technology. These shoes are not comfortable, by the way. I don't, if you're reading stuff online on either Reddit or anywhere else, I love the silhouettes of the ZX4000. I like the idea of 3D printed soles, but it's a great spring shoe from a styles perspective, but this is not that comfortable for anyone who wants to know. But this is another one that I would wear with blue jeans, white jeans, and shorts are definitely a possibility here because it's just a really cool, clean-looking color. And some of it, for whatever reason, like the stitching kind of always reminds me of baseball. Oh wait, this thread is a little loose. Damn it. But anyway, so some of the stitching reminds me of baseball and things like that. So I really like the colors with the pink as well as kind of mint green. I don't think I'm going to be disappointed in wearing this, but it's definitely not the most comfortable shoe. Next is the Undercover Element React 87. This is, to me, much more of a fall colorway. I was actually thinking of picking up another version of this. I don't need another silhouette of the same shoe. But this is an extremely breathable shoe. If you guys are looking between the 55 and the 87s, the 87s are definitely a lot more readily available now than they were when this was released with the undercover thing. The 55s are definitely less breathable than the 87s, and so if you really want a airy summer shoe that has an amazing sole, this would be it. Next up, wow, these shoes are freaking dirty. These need to be cleaned up a little bit. This is the Gucci Ace with embroidered B as well as star. This is extremely easy to wear. I mean, like, despite the fact that there are B's and stars embroidered onto it, it's relatively muted with the black and the gold. It's not too shiny. It's just kind of, I guess, patterny. And because of the patterns, it's a really great summer shoe. I get a lot of compliments of these by actually adults and people randomly on the subway, which I kind of didn't expect because they seemed a little loud to me when I first got them. But a lot of people love them, and this is part of my rotation year long, so it's obviously part of my spring and summer rotation. And finally, this is the R Max Para ones. I don't think I need to explain why this is a great shoe. It's absolutely phenomenal. The color blocking, everything about it is just great. And obviously something that you could definitely wear with jeans. You honestly, I think you wear these with anything. But like, the colors are muted enough, and there's a pop of color in certain areas. But there's nothing here that would scream like I can't wear this with any kind of like regular outfit. And that's it, guys. That is my spring essentials in terms of what I'm wearing this specific spring and summer. What are your things that you wear? What are some of the shoes that you absolutely love to wear for the summer? Some of the things that I'm thinking about getting are another pair of slip-ons, which I currently actually don't have. Slip-ons are supremely, to me, uncomfortable because of the way they bend on the upper end. And so if anyone actually has recommendations on a slip-on that is super comfortable besides the Vans, because I know the Vans are not, definitely give me a suggestion there. We'd also love to know what shoes are part of your spring rotation. Put that in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video and would like more content, both hit the thumbs up as well as the subscribe button. But until next time, it's Lawrence again. Peace.